All right, what's up, y'all? Goofy Rexy here, and hope everybody is doing well, man. And of course, there's a lot of hype going on right now. We got the reveal of the new Web Warrior team, and today I wanted to do a quick video, just kind of giving my initial thoughts on the Web Warrior team. Not going to go through the kits. A lot have already gone through the kits already. We're probably going to see everything full on paper or on web when the blog post on Friday, so I won't be going through that here, but just gonna give my initial thoughts, but also wanted to talk about a few other things. Obviously, this is an exciting team, the Web Warrior team, but definitely there's at least one thing missing that I want to talk about here in this video, and I also wanted to touch base on a positive trend that I've actually been seeing in Marvel Strike Force that we've noticed, but we haven't really paid much attention to here. But I want to talk about that in this video. But the first thing here, what are my initial thoughts on the Web Warrior team? And of course, this information was revealed by Anand with our very own mobile gamer. These two creepy looking people in bathrobes. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. Just be careful. Tread cautiously. But they revealed that Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider actually here. So Ghost Spider, this is actually a question for a lot of us. Why was she called Ghost Spider? But I think this is a nod to the comics. This was kind of like one of the names that she adopted, I think, after I guess, was she going undercover or something like that, or her name got revealed, or Spider-Gwen name got revealed, and I don't know, somehow Ghost Spider came about. She's been known as Spider-Woman before, and then Spider-Gwen, whatever. She's Ghost Spider here. All are relevant when it comes to this character that we're talking about. But definitely a few things to highlight. Obviously, she's coming to the game. She's actually one of my characters that was a part of my wish list back in the beginning part of this year. I really wanted her to come and be a part of the Young Avengers team. I also thought about Nova being a part of the Young Avengers team. So a little disappointed that she's not going to be a Young Avenger character, but excited nonetheless that she's going to be a part of this new Web Warriors team here. And of course that we're also going to be getting some reworks for Miles and then also Peter Parker Spider-Man as well. And I think that's a good thing. I mean, Spider-Man has been a god-awful character in Marvel Strike Force for quite some time, but obviously a very loved character, of course, from the comics, from a lot of people who love Marvel, right? One of the most iconic characters in Marvel, period. And so it's good to be able to see that he's going to get a rework and that he's going to actually be relevant in today's meta. That's an exciting thing to, I mean, I'm excited as heck about Spider-Man actually being a usable character. I'm going to be getting some stat reworks. I actually mentioned that here in the video. I think Miles is Spider-Man himself is going to get some increased stats here, base health stats. Not much on the damage side, but going to get some really good health here, some good armor. I guess his armor was really trash, so they really needed to boost up his armor. And then Miles is also going to be getting a rework as well. The team is going to be doing some crazy dodges, and they're going to be a bio raid team, which means looks like the symbiote team is going to be getting kicked to the curb here. So kind of feel some type of way about the symbiotes getting kicked to the curb, because y'all know my love, man, for the symbiotes. If y'all follow the channel, y'all know that I love my symbiotes, man. My favorite team in the game. And now they're gonna be on the sideline just asking, Daddy Goofy, can you put me in, coach? Can you put me in, Daddy Goofy? And I'm gonna tell them no. But I'll still tuck them in at nighttime. Either way. But listen, either way, I'm excited about Miles getting a rework. Miles also part of the Young Avengers team, so looks like Miles is going to be coming off the Young Avengers team, going to be going to Web Warrior. So maybe hopefully in the future, Young Avengers are going to get a little bit of a rework here. But although this team is coming to the game, I do think that there's something missing here. They're going to be a buyer raid team, but I feel like the community is really asking for a tech raid team right now. I think that that's largely kind of a big issue is with bio and with these Doom 2 raids, Doom 1 raids and Doom 1.1, those definitely suck, right, with the symbiotes. But right now, I will say that for Doom 2, the symbiotes are performing fine. I heard that they're performing fine. They're doing I'm doing 2.0. They're doing very well there. And I've talked to a couple other content creators as well, and other players, and they said that they're doing fine with the symbiotes in Doom 2.1. Now, maybe 2.2 might be a little bit more challenging because they just don't have the damage output, of course. But I do think that, you know, largely the bio section of this is fairly solved. Now, I think that to a certain extent that Scopely kind of had to release this team right now because, or either they were forced to, or they were told that they need to release this team now, or it's probably in their best financial interest to release this team right now because the new Spider-Man film is going to be coming out in another 2 weeks or so. So therefore, it probably made a lot of sense for them to actually release this team at the time when they're currently releasing the team right now. So, I mean, I do get it, but I feel like a little let down. Like, I'm excited about the team. I want them. I'm excited about them. I'm going to be planning for them like crazy. But at the same time, I think, like, man, where is the Tech Ray team? That is one thing that we're definitely probably be asking some questions on. Another thing to talk about is that these characters are also going to be city characters, right? With them being city characters, that also means that, remember, I made a video about this a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. I'm talking about how I'm going to be planning for Dark Dimension 5. And one of the biggest things that I said is I'm going to collect all the gear, but I am not going to be bringing anybody up to gear tier 16 yet, because as we've seen so far in these recent Dark Dimensions, they release new characters, and then these new characters become a part of the new Dark Dimension meta. And of course, I would probably advise that, hey, if you're looking to invest into the symbiotes, I would probably pause and hold off, because this Web Warrior team is going to be the new Bio Ray team, and they're probably also going to be the recommended choice as well for your Dark Dimension content. Because I think if you're going to invest, I think it's wise to invest into characters for your raids, because raids is pretty much basically the end game content right now for these Doom raids. I think it's best to invest into these newer teams and its new characters for probably your Dark Dimension 5 run as well. Now, gear is going to dictate it. We don't know what their hero uniques are. We don't know if all of them are going to have the same hero uniques. That will probably feel bad if that were the case, but that's definitely one thing that you're going to want to probably be paying attention to here, is that this is probably also going to be now a new Dark Dimension viable team. So that's something that we're going to want to pay attention to as well. But either way, excited about the team, excited about the fact that they're going to be coming to this game. I think it does make sense that they're coming into the game right now, but I think a lot of us are asking questions as to where is this new Tech Ray team, because right now we only have Doc Ock, Doom, Kestrel, and then like 5 other characters that we throw into rotation that really aren't necessarily the best characters. They can get it done, but the synergy is not quite there as well as it could be with an actual full raid team, like we've seen with some of these other sections of those raids. But wanted to also kind of segue here and talk about kind of a positive trend that I'm starting to see right now with Scopely, and it's with these new, or I would say older character reworks. We saw now Gamora, Nebula got reworked when the Infinity Watch team was released. So, and they were pretty much basically top tier. Infinity Watch is a top tier team. Gamora became probably one of the best characters in the game, as to be one of the before being one of the bottom characters. Nebula is now used in Doom raids and is actually effective in Doom raids. So it's kind of crazy, right? And then we started to see Sabretooth get a rework, and then Wolverine and Sabretooth got reworked together, and now we're seeing Miles and of course the iconic Spider-Man Peter Parker getting a rework as well. And I think this is what the reason why I think this is a positive trend is because of this power leap, right? So Silver Surfer, Kestrel really changed the dynamic of the power leap and the power creep in this game. And I would even say that the power creep and power leap probably went even further back than Silver Surfer and Kestrel. I think Black Order was probably where the first initial power creep started, because you had this dynamic team that just controlled the heck out of the game, right? Controlled the heck out of the meta in arena. They were the top tier team. The only place where they weren't the top tier team was raids, because yes, they were good for raids, but they were kind of like an initial big burst team, and they have long cooldowns, right? So they weren't necessarily ideal for long-term raids, but they could help out with that Ultimate 7.5 node, right? That Ultimate node in U 7.5. They were great there, but prior to that, you know, whatever, right? So I really would think that the power creep probably started from there, because they didn't have to create these characters and teams that would beat Black Order, and they were unsuccessful with creating some of those teams. We remember Skeletor, like they were unsuccessful with some of the teams that they tried to create to beat Black Order that wasn't as successful. So I really think that the power creep and the reason why they had to create these dynamic characters like Surfer and Kestrel is because they made Black Widow so strong. But I think one of the ways to fix the power leap and the power creep is by reworking some of these older characters. And that's actually a pretty damn good trend that I'm starting to see them do right now. I love that Spider-Man is getting a rework. I love that Miles is getting a rework. All this is kind of his second rework. But there's some other characters on our rosters I would definitely think probably also need some reworks as well, right? There's Iron Man that comes to mind, which I don't even know where my Iron Man is right now. There's some other characters that are part of the older meta that I definitely would like to see get some reworks. And I think that in order for them to fix really sort of where this power creep and this power leap has gone, that one of the best ways for them to do that is by reworking some of these older characters. I'm looking at Luke Cage and Iron Fist. You know, there's Punisher. There's some of these older characters that have gotten reworked. Maybe not a part now. Heroes for Hire is a part of the current meta. Maybe not Punisher, but we'd like to see some of these older characters that are no longer relevant to the game right now get some of those reworks so that they can actually be a part. I think that's the best way that they can go about fixing the power leap and the power creep is by actually reworking some of these older characters to be relevant to today's current meta, like they have done with Gamora, Nebula, Sabretooth, Wolverine, Miles, and of course now Peter Parker as well. But curious to know what your guys' thoughts are. What are your thoughts on the Web Warriors team? Where do you think that they're going to land here? Do you think, in terms of, are you excited about them being a bio rate team? Obviously, being them coming into the game is a good thing, but are you excited about them being a bio rate team? And you know, do you think now, hey, probably going to shift your plans towards moving towards this team that maybe depending on the amount of hero units you need, would probably be shifting towards this team now for your Dark Dimension 5 planning? That's definitely something that I'm going to be considering here over the next couple of days and months, as we probably start putting towards some plans for Dark Dimension 5. But listen, like I said, want to know your thoughts, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. And until next time, y'all be blessed and y'all be safe. Ooh. Hey, before I came on here, I was telling the chat about how much of a damn snack I am. I looked at myself, man, my bald head looks good right now. I'm telling you, with the lips, I got the light brown shirt, my whole damn snack. Tell my wife, whole damn snack.